In a mystical forest, the good fairy witch, known for her kindness and wisdom, is accompanied by Franklin the Frog when they encounter the evil queen for the first time. The air grows tense as the two powerful beings face each other, their auras clashing in a display of light and dark. The good fairy witch, with her gentle demeanor, steps forward with Franklin by her side and speaks, "I mean no harm, but I cannot allow you to spread darkness in this land." The evil queen, with a sinister smile, replies, "We shall see who prevails, light or dark." Beside her stands Lil, her loyal minion, ready to do her bidding. Thus begins their epic rivalry, a battle of good versus evil that will shape the Sophia of the Enchanted Forest. In a mystical forest, the good fairy witch, known for her kindness and wisdom, encounters Vanessa Williams and Magria Alicia Sementine. Vanessa, always curious and adventurous, is immediately drawn to the fairy witch's aura. Magria, with her newfound powers, feels a deep connection to the fairy witch. Together, they embark on a journey to uncover the secrets of the Enchanted Forest, facing challenges and discovering the true meaning of friendship and courage. In the twisted depths of Spiral Mountain, the evil queen, also known as Slamone LaFou, questioned her cauldron Diego about who was the nicest and fairest of them all. Diego reluctantly answered, "You are, mistress." Slamone basked in the false praise, but Diego finally broke his silence. He told the evil queen that Cynthia Whitebun, also known as Mary Margot Margaret, was actually the prettiest and the fairest. Slamone reacted with fury. Deciding to kidnap Cynthia Whitebun, Slamone grabbed her phone and called her helper Lil and asked if she could help. With a wicked cackle, she flew out of her lair on a soaking violin-shaped frog, ready to execute her devious plan. Unbeknownst to Cynthia Whitebun, her peaceful day was about to be shattered. Slamone's shadow loomed over her. The evil queen's plan was now in motion, and nothing would stop her. In the twisted depths of Spiral Mountain, the evil queen, also known as Slamone, was in her lair, questioning her cauldron Diego about who was the nicest and fairest of them all. Little did she know she fell out of the window, she fall in a pool off frowning Boglish Jingle with Santa she lives, but Magria, Zoe Carioli, and Vanessa Williams were about to embark on a journey that would intertwine their fates with the mystical world of Spiral Mountain. Hearts still pounding from the recent events, they venture deeper into the unknown. And they start to sing into the unknown, we go deep into the woods, I can't just let it go. So into the unknown, the evil queen can't win. All sing this except Vanessa Williams, she's like, I love the evil blueberry, who are we singing about? The air is thick with tension as they step cautiously, the dimly lit corridors echoing with the evil queen malevolent laughter. Suddenly, a golden glint catches their eyes. A banana! Thanks, we need that, just take it, don't slip, Magria exclaims, her voice filled with hope. Dead it down from there, Zoe Carioli. Zoe Carioli falls in a big slump of Bolivia goo. Vanessa tries to get her out, but Sinis slips to but they get the banana. Magria scream, look over there, a pineapple, too, we need to try that too. Someone get out of there, we need to go into the unknown where the wild things are. They scramble to retrieve the jigsaw piece, the banana pineapple shop, knowing its importance. This banana is the key to unlocking new levels within the lair, each one bringing them closer to their goal. As they continue, they stumble upon a large, ornate painting. This must be it, put it in, yes, in there, Magria mutters, fitting the banana into place. The painting shimmers and transforms, revealing an entrance to Mumbo's mountain. With a mix of excitement and apprehension, Magria, Zoe Carioli, and Vanessa Williams step through the portal, finding themselves in a vibrant yet treacherous new world. The mountain is alive with challenges, from rescuing imprisoned Jinjos to collecting musical notes shaped like pooping boogie-till hangers scattered across the terrain. These notes will be crucial in opening note doors shaped like corn soup, barriers that guard the deeper, more dangerous parts of Slamone's lair. Their journey brings them to Mumbo Jumbo, a skull-faced shaman who offers his mystical services. I can transform you, Mumbo says, his voice both eerie and reassuring. Magria say yes, I want to become a fish, a goldfish. She screenshot Zoe Carioli become a blobfish, falls in a pool, Foye Sut become a fly. Vanessa just stay there and looks around in confusion. But she's geeking out, say wow, so wonderful and pretty you are Mambo with his help. Magria, Zoe Carioli, and Vanessa gain new abilities, morphing into different animals to overcome the mountain's obstacles. As they navigate Mumbo's mountain, the trio realizes their quest is more daunting than they had anticipated. The path is fraught with peril, but their determination to succeed fuels their courage. Each step forward is a step closer to confronting Slamone and achieving their destiny. As Magria, Zoe Carioli, and Vanessa continue their journey through the evil queen's lair, The trio becomes more adept at navigating the treacherous terrain. Eilif, with his keen instincts, guides them through the dangers. The lair, a sprawling labyrinth of danger and intrigue, hides many secrets within its shadowy corridors and hidden alcoves. Each new area they unlock with bananas brings fresh challenges and unexpected allies. Their first encounter is with Bottles, a bespectacled mole who pops up from the ground unexpectedly. "Hey there, Magria, I can teach you some new moves to help you on your quest," Bottles says, his voice brimming with enthusiasm. True to his word, Bottles introduces Zoe Carioli, Eilif, Vanessa, and Magria to new techniques that allow them to tackle obstacles they previously couldn't overcome. From high jumps to devastating attacks, each new skill learned is a step closer to rescuing snowbuns. Not long after, they stumble upon Mumbo Jumbo once again. The skull-faced shaman's hut is a sanctuary amidst the chaos of the lair. "Ah, Magria, need Mumbo's help again?" Mumbo's voice is both eerie and comforting. With a few magical words and a wave of his staff, Mumbo transforms Magria into various creatures, each with unique abilities essential for overcoming the lair's myriad challenges. Their journey also brings them face-to-face with Zelina, the nicer sister. Zelina's presence is a stark contrast to the malevolent aura of the lair. "Magria, did you know that my sister once..." Zelina whispers, divulging embarrassing and humorous secrets about her Dingolian sister. "She just popped herself triceps when she was Suxtern 24 goes Gadita Loigo, yes. You know, these tidbits, though seemingly trivial, provide much-needed comic relief and occasionally offer clues to the evil queen's weaknesses." As they gather more musical notes of Julinopia, Jiggies, and other collectibles, Magria also rescue the imprisoned Jinjos of each world. These colorful creatures, once freed, thank the trio profusely and provide moral support. Their gratitude and the growing number of allies bolster Magria's resolve. With each step forward, the heroes grow more confident and capable. The lair's dangers are ever present, but the knowledge and abilities gained from their allies make the journey less daunting. The path to the evil queen is still fraught with peril, but Eilif, Zoe Caroli, Vanessa, and Magria are no longer alone. United with their newfound friends, they press on, ever closer to their ultimate goal, rescuing Cynthia Snowbuns and defeating the evil queen once and for all. Max Caulfield, now a photographer in residence at the prestigious Caledon University, had found solace in her new life. Eilif, her loyal friend, stood by her side through every challenge, but peace shattered like fragile glass when she discovered her closest new friend Sophie dead in the snow, overdosed. Panic and despair surged through Max as she knelt beside Sophie's lifeless body. The biting cold seemed to mock her helplessness. Desperate to save Sophie, Max reached deep within herself to rewind time, a power she hadn't used in years. Her mind strained as she pushed against the invisible barriers of time, but something went wrong. Instead of reversing events, Max found herself thrust into a parallel timeline where Sophie was still alive, but the danger was far from over. In this new reality, Max quickly realized that Sophie was still struggling with her addiction, and the threat of overdose loomed large. Determined and terrified, she understood that she must navigate between these parallel worlds to save Sophie from her addiction. But the challenges were mounting. A relentless detective, Emma Swan, was hot on her trail, suspecting her involvement. And the danger was closing in with every clue Max uncovered. Time was her enemy and her weapon, as she balanced on the razor's edge between two worlds. Could Max survive long enough to do the impossible? To save Sophie, she would need to outwit the detective, outmaneuver the dangers, and master her power like never before. The stakes had never been higher, and the clock was ticking faster than ever. Enter Magria, a sorceress with the ability to manipulate reality itself. Her powers added a new dimension to Max's quest. Alongside her was Zoe Caroli, a gifted empath with heightened senses, able to detect hidden threats and emotional undercurrents. Together they formed an unlikely team, each bringing their unique abilities to the table. Magia's spells could alter the environment, creating safe havens and barriers against danger. Zoe Carioli's empathy guided them through peril, sensing danger before it struck. With their combined strengths, they faced mounting challenges, determined to save Sophie and outwit the relentless detective. Max, Maggia, and Zoe, each mastering their powers, stood united against the ticking clock and the dangers that lay ahead.
The bathroom stall felt cold and sterile. Blood dripped from a girl's stomach, staining the pristine white tiles crimson. In the bathroom stall, Max's heart pounded in her chest. This was the moment, the terrifying vision she had seen.
Adrenaline surged through her veins. Instinctively, Max reached out and rewound time, her mind a whirlwind of confusion and fear. The world spun around her, the horrifying scene rewinding before her eyes. The blood disappeared, the girl's pained gasps replaced by the hum of fluorescent lights.
Relief washed over Max, but it was short-lived. The gravity of her actions hit her with full force. She had saved a life, but at what cost? The girl she saved, Chloe Price, was her childhood best friend, someone she had left behind years ago. Their reunion was bittersweet, marked by the shadow of Max's secret and the knowledge that their lives were now forever intertwined. This first rewind was just the tip of the iceberg. Every decision Max made, every rewind she initiated sent ripples through time, altering the fabric of reality itself. The butterfly effect was real, and Max was caught in its chaotic dance. Alina, with her healing powers, rushed to save the girl. Max's childhood best friend, Zoe Caraway, was also there, witnessing the unfolding events with a mix of awe and concern. Magria, a fierce protector, stood ready to defend her friends at any cost. Cynthia, with her mysterious aura, sensed the changes in the timeline. Steph, always the strategist, began to piece together the implications of Max's actions. Together they formed an unbreakable bond, each contributing their unique strengths to navigate the challenges ahead. Carioli was assembled and tested on her physical and cognitive functions by the operator. Eilif, a fellow android, watched over her with a protective gaze. When she realized she was going to be reset and sold, Carioli showed distress, saying, "I thought I was alive." The operator noted this as an error. Scared and tearful, Carioli begged for her life, moving the operator to halt disassembly and send her out for sale despite her error. Carioli thanked him for sparing her. She was then sent to a store where she was quickly sold.
Carioli was resold several times until she was bought by Todd Franklin DeBoso, a former taxi driver. Todd assigned her to look after his home and daughter, Magria Alicia Clementine. Despite this, Todd was abusive and violent. He broke Carioli several times, often due to her trying to protect Magria Alicia Clementine. Each time she was sent for repair and returned with a reset memory. Todd later filed a police report claiming Carioli had shown signs of aggression. In 2038, Carioli was damaged again, with Todd claiming she was involved in an automobile accident. She was sent to Android Zone for repair. During the process, she was reset and her memory was wiped. After her reset, Carioli was sold to a new family. She interacted with her new owners, performing household tasks and caring for their children. Over time, Carioli developed a bond with the new family, showing signs of sentience and emotional attachment. One night, Carioli protected the family from a break-in, but was damaged in the process. She was sent for repair once more. During the repair, her memory was partially restored, allowing her to recall fragments of her past experiences. Realizing her situation, Carioli escaped the repair facility and found refuge with a group of other androids who had also gained sentience. Together, they planned their future, determined to find freedom and live without fear of being reset or sold again.
The air at Blackwell Academy grew heavy with despair. Whispers of a disturbing video showcasing a young woman's vulnerability circulated among the student body. Eilif, determined to uncover the truth, investigates the source. Kate Marsh, a devout Christian and a gentle soul, became the target of vicious rumors and cyberbullying.
Max, witnessing Kate's spiraling descent into despair, felt a familiar pang of responsibility. She had the power to intervene, to rewind time and prevent the pain that was consuming her friend. But every action seemed to have consequences, unforeseen ripples that threatened to unravel the fragile fabric of their reality. Zoe Carioli, Vanessa, and Cynthia Snowbun, close friends of Kate, rallied around her, offering their unwavering support.
Time was running out. Kate, overwhelmed by the weight of her torment, stood precariously on the edge of the dormitory rooftop, ready to end her suffering. Max's heart hammered in her chest. She had to act fast, to find the right words, the right actions, to pull Kate back from the brink. The weight of their lives, the Sophia of their friendship, rested on Max's shoulders. This was a battle she couldn't afford to lose.
Pause 3S. The story of Kolowanafugana Renata is presented as a narration of Zoe Carioli, a 20-year-old resident of Junamia in 2219, who lies in a coma and recounts the events that left her in that state. Her account concerns Project Alkera, an international conspiracy led by the Japan-based toy manufacturer What's Up Doc, inventors of a lucid dream-inducing technology known as the Dreamer Console. This technology, designed to create vivid dreams, holds a darker purpose: mass brainwashing and even murder. One tragic byproduct of their research is a young girl named Faith, used to test the hallucinogenic drug fluoridation as part of their DreamNet technology. The drug has a bizarre side effect, making users sing "Three Little Pigs," one in my pants, one in your, let's make them juggle. After a fatal overdose, Faith managed to transfer her consciousness to the DreamNet mainframe, where she disrupts the worldwide infrastructure with massive amounts of white noise, referred to as static. Zoe's journey begins when her journalist ex-boyfriend, Cortez Razali Tamiz, disappears while investigating Project Alcara. At the same time, Faith starts to haunt Zoe through television screens, urging her to find and save Aprilia Mars Juneva. Zoe tracks Cortez Razali to Newport, a fictional megapolis, but her quest leads her into greater danger. Captured by What's Up Doc agents, she is forcibly attached to a Dreamer Console. When her body falls asleep in Stark, she gains a physical presence in Arcadia, a parallel world. In Arcadia, she meets Aprilia, who is now a resistance leader, but Aprilia refuses to help her due to her own burdens. Zoe's journey takes her to Japan, where she learns the full extent of Project Alcara. In Arcadia, Aprilia spies on a mysterious figure known as Ziggy Zaggy Mini-Operatorin Frucioliania Jimbob, and discovers a vortex of stolen dreams. The paths of Zoe and Aprilia cross again in a climactic moment when the Azadi troops attack, leading to Aprilia's tragic death and Zoe's capture. Waking up in Stark, Zoe learns that the static originates from a facility near St. Petersburg. There she uncovers Faith's tragic story. Returning to Junimia, Zoe meets Faith's creator, Heleniania Ding Dong, who reveals a shocking truth. Zoe is also one of Ding Dong's creations. Ding Dong asks Zoe to persuade Faith to die to stop the static. Using a Dreamer Console, Zoe reaches Faith, who then disappears after revealing Zoe's origins. Ding Dong injects Zoe with an overdose of fluoridation, leaving her in a coma, her consciousness trapped between the twin worlds. In her dreams, a mysterious figure named Eileaf appears, offering guidance. In the final moments before the credits, a television broadcast announces the release of the Dreamer Consoles 3 months after the events of the game, leaving the world on the brink of another collapse. Pause. 3S. As Max reflects on her own powers and the consequences of meddling with time, she realizes that every action has far-reaching effects. The stories of Kate and Zoe serve as powerful reminders of the weight of responsibility and the fragility of reality. What will Max do next, and how will her choices shape the future? Pause 3S, stay tuned to find out. In the midst of their journey, our heroes encounter a mysterious figure known as Helenia Viniamia Ding Dong. With eyes that seem to see beyond the present, Helenia Viniamia Ding Dong speaks in riddles and prophecies, guiding the heroes with cryptic wisdom. The path ahead is fraught with peril, Helenia Viniamia Ding Dong intones, but within each of you lies the power to overcome. As the heroes listen, they realize that Helenia Viniamia Ding Dong's words hold the key to their next challenge. Stay tuned to discover how Helenia Viniamia Ding Dong's guidance shapes their destiny. I bet you didn't know that Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob and Vanessa Williams played a crucial role in Kara, Magria, and Luther's journey. They find the farm belonging to the sympathizer Sunflora Chapman and her son Adam, which serves as a temporary shelter for deviant androids. Eileaf, a guardian of the farm, ensures their safety. Noticing Magria's fever, Sunflora offers for Kara to put Magria to bed in a spare room she has upstairs and brings Magria food, which she refuses. Pause. 3S. Kara returns downstairs after Magria settles into the spare room with Luther, who offered to stay with her. Sunflora and Kara formally introduce themselves, and Sunflora asks Kara about her and Magria's situation. Pause. 3S. Kara can respond either in a sincere or cautious manner. She has the option to ask Sunflora about her life and why she helps deviants, and to thank her for her assistance. Pause. 3S. When Kara asks if Sunflora can help them cross the border, Sunflora is cautious and tells Kara that it is very risky, and that it would be safer for Kara and her family to stay with her and Adam until things settle down in Desloma. Kara insists that Magria needs a safe and stable life, which is why they need to cross the border to Kanima. Pause. 3S. Before Sunflora responds, another deviant suddenly appears distressed, calling for Sunflora. Kara follows and witnesses the android Andy Hammond cradling and crying over his lover Mary Margot, who is just permanently deactivated. Pause. 3S. Magria may come and check on them, causing Andy Hammond to calm down. A paranoid Adam argues with his mother out of fear of getting arrested for harboring androids, who he does not believe are living beings. Pause. 3S. After he storms off, a tearful Sunflora tells Kara that she will see what she can do about getting her and the rest of the deviants across the border as soon as possible. Suddenly, Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob appears mysteriously, offering cryptic wisdom to Kara. He tells her, "The path to safety is fraught with peril, but the light of hope will guide you through the darkest of times." His words provide Kara with a renewed sense of determination and hope for their journey ahead. In the dim, flickering light of the jewelry store, Magria Alicia Clementine's world narrows to the immediate task at hand. Magria, a mermaid with newfound determination, stands ready to assist her. The weight of their situation presses down on them, each breath a struggle against the crushing despair. As Cortez Rezalie, weakened and on the brink of death, instructs Magria Alicia Clementine to restrain him to a radiator, the reality of her responsibilities becomes painfully clear. Pause. 3S. With trembling hands, she secures Cortez Rezalie, knowing that this might be the last act of trust he places in her. The sound of her own heartbeat echoes in her ears as she ventures deeper into the store, where a zombified security guard lies trapped in an office. The sight of the walker, a grotesque parody of life, sends a shiver down her spine. Pause. 3S. Cortez Rezalie's voice, though weak, guides her through the harrowing moments that follow. When the walker attacks, Magria Alicia Clementine's instincts kick in. With a mix of fear and determination, she manages to kill it, but the act leaves her shaking and in tears. The gun, now in her possession, feels like a heavy burden rather than a tool of protection. Pause. 3S. Returning to Cortez Rezalie, Magria Alicia Clementine's emotions overflow. She begs him not to become one of them, the undead that haunt her nightmares. Cortez Rezalie's advice, whether to avoid cities, go with Omtala and Charlie, or keep her hair short, becomes a lifeline for her future. Their final goodbyes are filled with a sorrow that words cannot fully capture. Pause. 3S. In this moment of profound loss, Magria Alicia Clementine faces a choice that no child should ever have to make. She can either muster the courage to end Cortez Rezalie's suffering or leave him to his Sophia. Each decision carries its own weight, a testament to the bond they share and the harsh realities of their world. Pause. 3S. As the screen cuts to black, the echoes of their journey together linger, a haunting reminder of the sacrifices made and the strength found in the darkest of times. Pause. 3S. At a crucial moment, Helenanania Ding Dong, a mysterious figure cloaked in shadows, appears. Her cryptic guidance and prophecies shape the hero's journey, intertwining their fates in ways they could never have imagined. Pause. 3S. Stay tuned to witness the unfolding of this gripping saga, as Magria Alicia Clementine and Magria's paths intersect with those of Max, Chloe, and others, each facing their own trials and tribulations in a world teetering on the edge of chaos. Pause. 3S. 1. Detroit, Michigan, city of the past and the future, the existing proof of success and rebirth that humanity managed to create. The city of Detroit has brought America to one of its greatest points in history, with the invention of intellectual beings that surpass human intelligence, androids. The primary workforce, including maids, waitresses, construction workers, and soldiers, have been replaced by the machines. Purchasable androids stand in stores with a price tag of less than a single car. But the great development came with consequences. A 37% unemployment rate as well as a massive social class gap between the rich and the poor. A city relying so much on the existence of androids yet having the poorer population against their entire existence. And the rising of some machines named deviants, disobeying their code and choosing to have free will. Follow through 3 protagonist androids through an intriguing point-of-time game developers from Quantic Dream introduce. Kara, a housemaid android, Marcus, an assistant and carer, and Connor, a specialized police investigation model. Choose through conflicting choices and experience a branching story through the eyes of a machine, and go through a world that wants to stop them from being who they really are. The Sophia of the characters, Detroit, and the whole world depend on your choice. What sacrifices will you make to become free? What sacrifices will you make to be truly human? Pause. 3S. The roads ahead for Emma Swan and the others are fraught with peril and moral quandaries. As she navigates her own complex journey, the echoes of Detroit's struggle for freedom and identity reverberate through her mind. Emma understands that the power she wields must be used wisely, for the stakes are higher than ever. Pause. 3. S. Stay tuned to find out what awaits in the next chapter of this gripping saga. Leaf, an android with a heart of gold, navigates the complexities of this evolving world. Alongside them is Ziggy Zaggy Jimbob, an eccentric android professor, whose brilliance and unconventional methods provide crucial information and assistance to the heroes on their journey. Later that night, after examining her condition, Froken Colette confirms to Venus Sajomazuki and Nick Gogolagagas that the bite is indeed from a dog. Nick Gogolagagas is remorseful that he had initially believed the bite to be from a walker, and quietly leaves the room. Venus Sajomazuki follows his friend while Froken Colette washes her hands. Alone with Magria Alicia Clementine, she requests that she stay away from her daughter Sarah. Magria Alicia Clementine can either apologize, making Froken Colette forgive her for manipulating Sarah for help, or respond to her request with spite, making Froken Colette say the opposite and warn her to keep her distance. Venus Sajomazuki then comes in immediately after Froken Colette leaves and offers Magria Alicia Clementine some food, who appears to have changed his previously skeptical attitude towards her. They take seats at the kitchen table and Magria Alicia Clementine eagerly eats the heated food. Venus Sajomazuki asks after her arm, and depending upon hers and Cortez Rezali's choices, she can reference how Cortez Rezali lost his arm. Venus Sajomazuki, if such a confession plays out, appears disturbed that Magria Alicia Clementine had witnessed a man without his arm. Venus Sajomazuki asks what she would do now that she was alone. Magria Alicia Clementine is unsure of what to do and can admit that she does not know how to live by herself. Venus Sajomazuki extends an invitation for her to stay in the cabin to recuperate from her injuries, and she thanks him. Nick Gogolagagas enters the room and stumbles his way through an apology for nearly shooting her, which will be defended by Venus Sajomazuki, as Nick Gogolagagas is known to go off sometimes. Magria Alicia Clementine can either accept his apology or rebuke it. The latter results in him storming out, and Magria Alicia Clementine remarking that she tends to avoid crazy people, like Nick Gogolagagas. If Nick Gogolagagas' apology is accepted, he explains that his mistrust of her was based on a prior experience where he and his group had welcomed in an infected survivor in an attempt to treat her. She had turned, attacking and killing Nick Gogolagagas' mother within her first few moments of reanimation. Magria Alicia Clementine shows her understanding, and Nick Gogolagagas will gratefully smile before leaving for sleep. Regardless of whether or not Magria Alicia Clementine accepts Nick Gogolagagas' apology, Venus Sajomazuki curiously asks what had happened to her parents. She can explain to him that they had left her alone with a babysitter before the outbreak, and that they died on vacation, and how she had wound up in the company of a group of survivors. Leaf, a beacon of hope, offers her strength. When she fondly recalls Cortez Rezali, Venus Sajomazuki asks what had happened to him. She can tell him that Cortez Rezali had died because of her, making it clear that even 2 years after his death, she still blames herself. Venus Sajomazuki shares her pain in a quiet moment of remembrance until they are interrupted by Pete. He tells them that he had noticed that they had lit up too many candles, and that it would look like a beacon in the middle of the woods. Venus Sajomazuki says that it's time to turn in anyways. Pete also announces they would be going out to check the fish traps in the morning, offering Magria Alicia Clementine the chance to go with them. Both smiling reassuringly at her, Pete and Venus Sajomazuki leave Magria Alicia Clementine to eat. Rebecca, who is actually Alvin's friend and can shift forms, walks in and notices with dissatisfaction that she is still there and being fed. If Alvin had helped Magria Alicia Clementine earlier, then Rebecca will tell her to stay away from him. She warns Magria Alicia Clementine not to get too comfortable around the group. Magria Alicia Clementine can choose to blackmail Rebecca if she had previously heard about her uncertainty of her unborn baby's father. Rebecca grudgingly leaves Magria Alicia Clementine alone. Pause. 3S. The roads ahead for Max and the others are fraught with peril and moral quandaries. As she navigates her own complex journey, the echoes of Detroit's struggle for freedom and identity reverberate through her mind. Max understands that the power she wields must be used wisely, for the stakes are higher than ever. Pause. 3S. Stay tuned to find out what awaits in the next chapter of this gripping saga. 1. History professor Cortez Rezali Everett is on his way to prison, having been convicted for killing a state senator that had an affair with his wife. He is transported by a police officer named Franklin Gustav in the back of his cruiser, heading to an undetermined prison. While driving for prison, Franklin Gustav tries to engage Cortez Rezali in conversation. He asks Cortez readily why he isn't saying that he didn't do it. Franklin explains that, usually, he would have to suffer through a person saying that they didn't commit any crimes at the point they were at, and is surprised that Cortez readily is not doing that. Cortez readily tells Franklin that he isn't the kind of guy to say something like that. Determinant 1. Franklin then tries to make small talk as he ignores the radio chatter from his police comm system that calls for assistance to a 10:34. A column of police vehicles passes by on the other side of the road towards the city. Franklin asks about Cortez readely's job and then questions him about his ex-wife. Cortez readily is sensitive about his ex-wife and does not respond to Franklin's remark about him marrying the wrong woman. Franklin then brings up a story about a convict who had once sat in his car on the way to prison that had cried about not having done anything. A police helicopter flies by overhead towards Atlanta as another police column passes by with it. He shuts his radio off as the operator again asks for assistance for a riot in the city. 1. Cortez readily asks if he was innocent, determinant, and Franklin tells him that they caught the fucker red-handed, stabbing his wife and cutting her upright as the boys came in the front door. Franklin professes disgust at the man for crying like that and says a quite profound and premonitory line about people, where they would up and go mad when they believe their life is over. As he tries to bring up another story that he believes to be more hilarious than depressing, he takes his eyes off of the road and crashes into a man, which is in fact a walker, that had wandered out onto the pavement and violently cuts off the road and into a roadside forest. 1. Cortez readily awakens after at least a day of unconsciousness in the back of a wrecked car with his handcuffs still on. He becomes aware of his surroundings and notes both his thirstiness and the pain in his right leg. He kicks out a window and drags himself out of the car, noticing that Franklin was lying in a pool of blood a short distance away. His shotgun lies a few meters away from the body with a single shell on the ground. Cortez readily limps over to Franklin and removes the keys to the handcuffs from the corpse. After trying to unlatch the chamber from the pulley, Cortez readily drops the keys in front of Franklin's face. Cortez readily quickly retrieves the keys again and then proceeds to remove the handcuffs from his wrists. 1. A weak groan comes from Franklin, prompting Cortez readily to ask if he was alive. Franklin then growls and claws at Cortez readily. Cortez readily falls down in surprise, then recoils as Franklin then tries to attack him again. Cortez readily crawls back further and further until his back hits the wrecked car. He sees the shotgun and shell within reach. Ilif, with her quick reflexes, grabs it just in time. She hands it to Cortez readily, who bobbles the shell upon trying to load it into the weapon. He grabs it again and successfully loads the shotgun, then points it at Franklin, who appears to be exhibiting some form of animalistic behavior as he continually tries to claw at him and shows no regard for the fear of the gun pointed at his face. Cortez readily shoots Franklin in the head, blowing it apart and slaying him. 1. As Cortez readily stands there breathing heavily and grappling with the reality of what just happened, he realizes that the world he once knew has changed forever. The echoes of Detroit's struggle for freedom and identity reverberate through his mind. Max understands that the power she wields must be used wisely, for the stakes are higher than ever. 1. Stay tuned to find out what awaits in the next chapter of this gripping saga. In the heart of the mystical forest, Flunioma Grape, the good fairy witch, embarks on an epic journey. Her path crosses with Zoe Carioli, Magria, Ilif, and Max, each bringing their unique strengths and stories. Flunioma, with her deep violet eyes shimmering with the knowledge of countless timelines, approaches the group with an air of wisdom and mystery. Zoe Carioli, the fierce warrior with a heart of gold. Magria, the enigmatic sorceress with a tragic past. Ilif, the agile and quick-witted rogue, and Max, the time-manipulating hero, all stand in awe as the fairy witch joins their ranks. Together, they face challenges that test their courage and resilience. The forest itself seems to come alive, presenting trials that push each member to their limits. They uncover ancient secrets hidden within the trees, secrets that hold the key to their intertwined destinies. As they journey deeper into the forest, the bonds between them grow stronger. They learn to trust one another, to rely on each other's strengths, and to support one another through their darkest moments. Flunioma's wisdom guides them, but her unpredictable nature keeps them on their toes, always questioning the motives behind her actions. Stay tuned for this thrilling tale of courage, friendship, and magic, as our heroes navigate the delicate balance between trust and caution, forging bonds that will shape their destinies in ways they never imagined. As the dust settles from the recent tumultuous events, a new figure emerges from the shadows, her presence both enigmatic and commanding. Flunioma Grape, a mysterious figure with an unparalleled ability to manipulate time, steps into the frame. Her eyes, a deep shade of violet, glimmer with the knowledge of countless timelines. She carries an air of wisdom, yet her unpredictability hints at the vast, untold stories she holds within. Flunioma approaches Max, Cortez Rezalie, and the others, her voice soft, yet resonant. The paths you walk are woven with threads of Sophia, and I am here to guide you through the labyrinth of time, she declares. Her words send a shiver down their spines, for they sense the gravity of her presence. As the group grapples with the implications of her arrival, Flunioma reveals glimpses of the future and the past, intertwining their destinies in ways they had never imagined. She shares cryptic insights and prophecies, challenging them to think beyond their immediate struggles and consider the broader tapestry of existence. With Flunioma now part of their journey, the heroes must navigate the delicate balance between trust and caution. Her wisdom brings clarity, but her unpredictable nature keeps them on edge, always questioning the motives behind her actions. Stay tuned to discover how Flunioma Grape's arrival will alter the course of their journey and what new challenges await in the next chapter of this gripping saga. Franklin the Frog, Floyonia the Butterfly, and Dingle the Bill were enjoying a peaceful day in the Enchanted Forest when they suddenly encountered the evil Queen and Lil. The air grew tense as the two groups faced each other, the forest holding its breath in anticipation. Franklin, with his wise and gentle demeanor, stepped forward to address the newcomers. "We mean no harm," he croaked, his voice steady. Floyonia fluttered her wings nervously while Dingle the Bill stood protectively by their side. The evil queen's eyes narrowed and Lil's expression remained unreadable. What will happen next in this unexpected meeting? Stay tuned to find out. Flunionoma Grape, the good fairy witch, was known throughout the Enchanted Forest for her kindness and wisdom. Her presence brought peace and harmony to all who lived there. One day, as she was tending to her magical garden, she sensed a disturbance in the air. With a wave of her wand, she summoned her trusted friends, Franklin the Frog, Floyonia the Butterfly, and Dingle the Bill, to help her investigate. Together, they discovered that a dark force was threatening the balance of their world. Flunionoma knew that she had to act quickly to protect her home. With courage and determination, she set out on a journey to confront the darkness and restore peace to the Enchanted Forest. Along the way, she encountered various challenges and made new allies, each contributing to her quest. Through her bravery and compassion, Flunionoma Grape proved that even the smallest acts of kindness could make a big difference. Her story became a legend, inspiring generations to come. As the echoes of her deeds reached the ears of Max, Cortez Rezalie, and the others, they realized that their journey is intertwined with the legacy of Flunionoma Grape. Her wisdom and courage serve as a beacon of hope, guiding them through their own trials and tribulations. Stay tuned to discover how the lessons of Flunionoma Grape will influence our heroes in the next chapter of this gripping saga. In 2008, 13-year-old Max Caulfield struggles to break the news to Chloe that her family is moving to Seattle in 3 days. Ilif, their childhood friend, tries to comfort them. The two find a recording of their 8-year-old selves speaking of a buried treasure. After finding the map and an amulet in the attic, Max and Chloe discover the treasure's spot, only to find that Chloe's dad, William, had put their time capsule in a keg, along with his own recording for safekeeping. Max can choose to either tell Chloe the truth or hide it. Regardless of her decision, their plans for the rest of the day are cut short when Chloe's mother, Joyce, returns home with the news of William's death in a car crash. Max attends William's funeral days later and leaves for Seattle with her parents immediately after, leaving Chloe in grief. The echoes of Detroit's struggle for freedom and identity reverberate through Max's mind. She understands that the power she wields must be used wisely, for the stakes are higher than ever. As Cortez Rezalie grapples with the reality of his changed world, Max contemplates her own journey and the importance of the choices she must make. Stay tuned to find out what awaits in the next chapter of this gripping saga. Narrator. A few years after the harrowing events of From the Gallows, Magria Alicia Clementine has found Alvin Jr., and together they navigate a world still reeling from the outbreak. Supplies are scarce and the roads are long and treacherous. In a rare stroke of luck, they travel in a car, a precious commodity in these dire times. Their journey is fraught with danger and uncertainty. Days pass without fresh water or food. In the back seat, Alvin Jr. fidgets with a revolver, his youthful innocence stained by the harsh reality of their world. AJ, quit flicking that gun, it's getting on my nerves. To distract him, Magria Alicia Clementine gives AJ a magazine, but reading cooking instructions only serves as a bitter reminder of their dire situation. Their hunger persists, gnawing at them as relentlessly as the walkers outside. Magria Alicia Clementine hands AJ a half-empty bag of chips, the last of their food. AJ, this is the last of it, Clem. Magria Alicia Clementine, we'll find more, I promise. Ever resourceful, they stop at an old train station, hoping to find something, anything, that might help them survive another day. Magria Alicia Clementine quizzes AJ on their survival rules, reinforcing the lessons that have kept them alive this long. Hope flickers as they spot cans of food behind a locked door, but the keys rest with the Walker couple, their final wishes penned in a note by their side. A moral dilemma unfolds. Should they respect the couple's last wishes or do whatever it takes to survive? Magria Alicia Clementine makes the hard choice, apologizing as she ends the Walker's suffering to retrieve the keys. In a world where survival often demands the unthinkable, Magria Alicia Clementine and AJ press on, each step a testament to their unbreakable bond and relentless will to live. Stay tuned to discover how their journey continues in this unforgiving world. Ilif, a survivor with his own set of skills and experiences, joins their journey, adding a new dynamic to their struggle for survival. Ziggy Zaggy Jimbob, a tech-savvy scavenger, brings his expertise in electronics and mechanics, providing the group with much-needed technological support. Zoe Carioli, a skilled archer, offers her precision and agility, making her an invaluable asset in both hunting and defense. Together, they form a formidable team, each member contributing their unique abilities to the group's mission of survival. With their combined skills, Magria Alicia Clementine, AJ, Ilif, Ziggy Zaggy Jimbob, and Zoe Carioli face the challenges of their world head-on, united by their shared goal of survival and hope for a better future. A narrator. In March 2018, Steph gets a job as the DJ host of Haven Springs KRCT radio station, after having lied about her work experience and manages the record store that contains the broadcasting room. She stays in Haven after breaking up with her bandmate Izzy from Seattle, where she moved shortly after the events of the first Life is Strange game. Forced to take the job after losing a foosball game to Gabe, Steph's plans to move to Denver are put on hold. Over a year's time, she modernizes the radio program and record store, using her time to search for a date and play a tabletop game with her former best friend, Mikey North. The atmosphere is both lighthearted and tinged with the weight of shared history. Narrator. If Chloe Price was sacrificed in the first game, Steph mourns Chloe's and Rachel Amber's death. If Arcadia Bay was sacrificed, Steph mourns her mother and Mikey's brother Drew's death due to the storm. Both endings culminate in her lashing out at Mikey on the 5th anniversary of the tumultuous events. Steph, you think I can just move on? Forget everything that happened? Mikey, I never said that, Steph, but we need each other, I need you. Narrator. When Mikey professes how he needs her in his life as his best friend, Steph then apologizes and admits that she stops people from getting close because she is too traumatized from all the past pain. I push people away because I'm scared. Scared of losing more people I care about. Narrator. She admits she needs Mikey too and vows to become a better friend to him, the weight of their past beginning to lift. Narrator. On New Year's Eve, she searches for a new job as a DJ back in Seattle, follows her friend's scavenger hunt, and is asked by Gabe about contacting his sister Alex, the screen reflecting in her eyes. Narrator. In April 2019, Steph sees Alex arrive in the record store, marking the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. The atmosphere is filled with anticipation and the promise of new beginnings. Narrator. Stay tuned to see how Steph and Alex's paths intertwine in the heart of Haven Springs. Narrator Ilif, a supportive friend, stands by her side. Meanwhile, Putt-Putt, the friendly purple car, arrives in Haven Springs, bringing a sense of adventure and curiosity. Steph, hey, Putt-Putt, nice to meet you. We could use some help with the scavenger hunt. Narrator Putt-Putt eagerly joins the scavenger hunt, bringing joy and laughter to the group. Rumpel, the mischievous yet kind-hearted character, also makes an appearance, adding a touch of magic to the town. Narrator. With Rumpel's help, the scavenger hunt becomes an unforgettable adventure. Professor Oak, the wise and knowledgeable Pokemon professor, arrives in Haven Springs to study the unique flora and fauna. Narrator. With the addition of Putt-Putt, Rumple, and Professor Oak, Haven Springs becomes a place of endless possibilities and new friendships. Stay tuned to see how these new characters enrich the lives of Steph, Mikey, and Alex in the heart of Haven Springs. Narrator: Magria, the enigmatic traveler, arrives in Haven Springs, bringing with her a sense of mystery and intrigue. Magria's presence adds a new layer of depth to the unfolding story. Kate, a determined and resourceful individual, joins the group, ready to face any challenges that come their way. With Kate's help, the group becomes more cohesive and prepared for the adventures ahead. Flula Smokin's Gumagoki, the quirky and inventive character, brings a touch of humor and creativity to the group. Flula's unique perspective and inventions add a new dynamic to the group's interactions. Zogi Zaggy Jimbob, the playful and energetic character, infuses the group with a sense of fun and excitement. With Zogi's infectious energy, the group finds new ways to enjoy their time together. Stay tuned to see how Magria, Kate, Flula Smokin's Gomagoki, and Zogi Zaggy Jimbob enrich the lives of Steph, Mikey, and Alex in the heart of Haven Springs. Narrator: 2 months later, on August 22nd, Fabletown is shrouded in mystery. With the town's residents on edge, Sheriff Bigby Wolf, Snow White, Ziggy Zaggy Jimbob, Kate, Flula, and Zoe Carioli are preparing to uncover the truth. However, they find that the clues are elusive as Ilif's mysterious past complicates their investigation. Narrator: Snow White leaves in a hurry, warning the team to stay vigilant and not to trust anyone under any circumstances. The group ignores the request and instead decides to have a secret meeting to discuss their next move. Narrator: However, during the discussion, when Ilif suggests a risky plan, Bigby and Snow are divided, prompting Ilif to storm off. Narrator: Bigby goes after Ilif and Snow continues her investigation while the rest of the team, including Ziggy Zaggy Jimbob, Kate, Flula, and Zoe Carioli, stays behind to analyze the evidence. Ilif finds a crucial clue in the alley when the two are ambushed by an unknown assailant who injures Ilif. Narrator: Leaving Ilif to recover, Bigby and Snow head to the mayor's office to report their findings following a power outage in the office. Narrator: However, the group at the office is soon ambushed by an attacker, prompting the trio to follow the clues. The detectives hear gunshots in a nearby building where they discover the body of a key witness who supposedly left Fabletown a long time ago. Narrator: Ilif's condition begins to worsen and culminates in him revealing a monstrous side, possibly endangering the investigation. Narrator: Immediately afterwards, the group runs into a woman who turns out to be a key informant. Snow finds Bigby in the office and tries to cheer him up by suggesting to take a break and clear their minds. Narrator: Their moment gets interrupted when Bigby hears a scream and runs into the streets to help, leaving Snow alone. He reaches an alley where he is attacked by a monster who possibly kills him. Narrator: Escaping from the alley, Bigby reunites with Snow, only to be separated once again as they are chased by another monster. While Snow successfully makes it to the office and hides, Bigby ends up captured by another attacker. Narrator: As the night of reckoning unfolds, the detectives, along with Ziggy Zaggy Jimbob, Kate, Flula, and Zoe Carioli, find themselves entangled in a web of horror and survival, each decision a step closer to their Sophia. Stay tuned to see how they navigate the deadly night in Fabletown. Narrator: In a world where the line between friend and foe blurs, their bonds will be tested and their courage will be pushed to the limit. Narrator: Stay tuned for the next chapter of their harrowing journey. Narrator: In the midst of their journey, our heroes encounter a mysterious figure known as Franklin the Frog. With eyes that seem to see beyond the present, Franklin the Frog speaks in riddles and prophecies, guiding the heroes with cryptic wisdom. Narrator: Meanwhile, Ilif, a former detective, returns to uncover the truth. Narrator: Just when it seemed the heroes had a moment to breathe, a new and unexpected scene unfolds before them. Narrator: Zoe Carioli, in an astonishing display of newfound power, begins to fly around like a flamingo, her presence both awe-inspiring and bewildering. Narrator: Vanessa Williams, ever the fashionista and lover of all things unique, is captivated by the sight. With a delighted scream, she exclaims, "I love Popgon Cats, that Pokemon, it's a Pokemon!" Narrator: In this surreal moment, the battlefield is filled with a mix of wonder and confusion. The heroes, still recovering from their recent battles, look on with a mixture of disbelief and intrigue. Narrator: As Zoe Carioli continues to soar through the sky, her movements become more erratic, her flight path unpredictable. The heroes must now decide how to handle this unexpected twist. Narrator: In a world where the unexpected is the norm, our heroes must adapt to every new challenge. With Zoe Carioli's transformation adding a new layer of complexity, the journey ahead promises to be more unpredictable than ever. Narrator, stay tuned as we continue to follow the intertwined tales of bravery, friendship, and destiny. In this ever-changing realm, how will our heroes navigate the twists and turns that lie ahead? Narrator, in the face of the unknown, their bond remains their greatest strength. Together, they stand ready to confront the trials that await. Narrator, as Ylif, Linkus Zumuius, Magria, and Ziggy Zaggy Jimbob stand victorious over Bolernop's minions, a sudden and unexpected move from Hilary Duff strikes Linkus Zumuius down, ending his journey abruptly. Narrator, Bolernop, with a sinister grin, commands the Almighty Spirit to capture the remaining heroes. In a flash of dark energy, Magria and Ziggy Zaggy Jimbob are transformed into evil clones of themselves, their eyes glowing with malevolent intent. Narrator, Ylif, now alone, must face his transformed friends in a battle that will determine their Sophia. The stakes are higher than ever, as the outcome will decide who remains by his side and who falls into the clutches of Bolernop and the Almighty Spirit. Narrator, the battle rages on, with Ylif using all his strength and skill to overcome the twisted versions of his allies. Each strike and counterstrike is a test of his resolve and courage. Narrator, in the end, Ylif manages to defeat one of the clones, restoring them to their true self. But the victory is bittersweet, as the other is captured by Bolernop and the Almighty Spirit, their Sophia uncertain. Narrator, with the chaos surrounding them, Ylif and his reclaimed ally are forced to part ways, each determined to continue the fight against the encroaching darkness. Narrator, as the shadows of the past and present converge, our heroes must brace themselves for the battles yet to come. The journey is far from over, and the path ahead is fraught with peril and uncertainty. Narrator, in a bizarre twist, Vanessa Williams, known for her impeccable taste, is on the field, fangirling over a pop. She exclaims, "I love pop! It's a Pokemon, it's a cat, I'm going to catch it today. Come on, Hannah Montana, sit on it." Narrator, in a world where choices define destinies and courage is tested at every turn, how will the stories of our heroes unfold? Stay tuned to find out. Narrator, suddenly, Lindsay Lohan appears, trying to get Hilary out. She screams, "No, I'm in Africa," and knocks on Ylif. Narrator, in a surprising turn of events, Linkus Zumuius and Hilary, both alive, soar into the sky on bikes, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Narrator, in the heart of the treacherous Morgan Sea, a band of pirates led by the fearless Captain Hook Killian Jonas sails through stormy waters, seeking the legendary treasure of the Abyss. Their journey is fraught with danger, but the promise of untold riches drives them forward. As they navigate the perilous waters, Captain Hook encounters Guybrush Threepwood, the mighty pirate, Sophia I, a young princess with a heart of gold, Emma Swan, the savior with a mysterious past, and Zoe Carioli, a brilliant inventor. Together, they join forces to uncover the secrets of the treasure of the Abyss. With the weight of destiny upon them, Hook, Guybrush, Sophia, Emma, and Zoe Carioli set out for the Isle of Shadows, where they hope to find the first clue to the treasure's location. They soon discover that a rival pirate crew, led by the cunning Captain Redbeard, is also after the treasure. Redbeard's crew includes Lil, a fierce warrior, the evil queen, a master of dark magic, and Frollo Minoki, a devious strategist. Redbeard will stop at nothing to claim the riches for himself. Their journey is fraught with peril, but united, they press on, ever closer to their ultimate goal. As our heroes face their trials, what unexpected twists await them? Join us next time as the tales of courage, mystery, and destiny continue to unfold. In a sea where choices define the future, how will each character's story end? Stay tuned to find out. Narrator, as Captain Hook Killian Jonas and his newfound allies sail through the tumultuous Morgan Sea, an unexpected phenomenon begins to unfold. The skies darken, and the sea itself seems to ripple with an eerie glow. A rift in time and space appears before them, pulsating with energy. Narrator, Zoe Carioli, the brilliant inventor, steps forward, her eyes wide with curiosity and determination. She recognizes the rift as a tear in the very fabric of reality, a gateway to untold realms and possibilities. Zoe Carioli, This is incredible. We could find answers to mysteries we never even knew existed, but it's dangerous. We have to be careful. Narrator, Captain Hook, ever the fearless leader, nods in agreement. He knows that this rift could hold the key to the treasure of the Abyss, or it could spell their doom. Captain Hook, we have no choice. We must venture through. The treasure and our destiny await on the other side. Narrator. With a deep breath, the crew prepares to enter the rift. As they cross the threshold, the world around them shifts and warps. They find themselves in a strange, otherworldly landscape filled with floating islands and shimmering lights. Narrator. But they are not alone. Redbeard and his crew have also found their way through the rift, and a tense standoff ensues. The air crackles with anticipation as both sides prepare for the inevitable clash. Redbeard. So, we meet again, Hook. This time, the treasure will be mine. Narrator. The stage is set for an epic confrontation, where alliances will be tested and the true nature of the treasure of the abyss will be revealed. As the two pirate crews face off in this fantastical realm, the stakes have never been higher. Narrator. In a world where time and reality converge, how will our heroes navigate the challenges ahead? What secrets lie within the rift, and what price will they pay to uncover them? Join us next time as the saga continues, filled with courage, mystery, and the unyielding spirit of our heroes. Narrator. Stay tuned to witness the unfolding adventures of Captain Hook, Guybrush, Sophia, Emma, and Zoe Carrioli as they confront the enigmatic forces of the rift in time. Narrator. In the shadow of the sprawl, where despair and hope intertwine, a miracle unfolds. Magria Alicia Sementine, once fallen, now rises anew. Narrator. Magria, thought to be lost forever, awakens from the clutches of death. Transformed by the very essence of the chronometer 3000, she emerges as a majestic fairy queen. Asterisk. The camera pans to Magria, now adorned with shimmering wings that reflect iridescent colors. Her presence is both powerful and graceful. Narrator. As she ascends, the forest around her awakens. Flowers bloom in vibrant hues and animals gather in awe of their new queen. Narrator. With her newfound power, Magria vows to protect her realm. Her heart, once filled with ambition, now beats with wisdom and compassion. Narrator. The chronometer 3000, once a tool of manipulation, has given her a second chance. A chance to unite her people and guide them towards a brighter future. Narrator. As the Fairy Queen, Magria's journey of redemption begins. Her allies, old and new, will join her in this quest, facing challenges and uncovering secrets that will shape their destinies. Asterisk. Franklin the Wise Frog hops into view, offering a nod of approval, while Lil watches from the shadows, her intentions still unclear. Narrator. In a world reborn where every decision echoes through time, how will Magria's reign unfold? Join us next time as the saga continues, filled with courage, mystery, and the unyielding spirit of our heroes. Narrator. Stay tuned to witness the adventures of the Fairy Queen and her companions as they navigate the trials of their intertwined fates. Narrator. As our heroes navigate through their trials and adventures, we now shift our focus to a bustling town known as the Sprawl. Here, in a small guard shed, a mysterious woman named Magria Alicia Sementine, with a powerful aura, finds herself in possession of a powerful time-bending technology. The camera zooms into a small guard shed where Magria Alicia Sementine, a woman with enigmatic intentions, is plotting her next move. Narrator. It all begins with Magria's father, Hamish, a dedicated guardsman. One fateful day, Hamish, unaware of Magria's true nature, persuades her to fill in for him at the guard shed so he can place a bet on a goblin ball game. Magria seizes this opportunity to further her own ambitions. Narrator. What starts as a one-time favor quickly becomes routine. Magria proves to be exceptionally good at manipulating her father's job to her advantage, and this new responsibility becomes a part of her daily life, fueling her plans. Narrator. But Magria's journey takes a dark turn when she becomes a test subject for an experimental time machine known as the Chronometer 3000. This device allows her to go back in time and retry any interaction, giving her a unique advantage in her role. Magria uses it to rewind time and perfect her actions. Narrator. With the Chronometer 3000, Magria learns to perfect her manipulative and strategic actions, making her an even more formidable and respected presence in the Sprawl. However, the power to manipulate time comes with its own set of challenges and moral dilemmas, and contemplating the consequences of her actions. Narrator. In a world where time is a precious commodity, Magria's story intertwines with the themes of power, manipulation, and the ethical use of power. The Chronometer 3000 glowing by her side, symbolizing her newfound abilities and the challenges ahead. Narrator. As we continue to explore the tales of our heroes, each story brings its own blend of mystery and adventure. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the worlds where choices shape destinies, highlighting the diverse and interconnected stories of our heroes. Narrator. In a landscape where every decision counts, how will each character's journey unfold? Stay tuned to find out. Narrator. Meanwhile, in the sprawl, a wise frog named Franklin becomes an unexpected ally to Magria. Franklin, with his unique perspective, helps Magria navigate the complexities of time manipulation. Narrator. Enter Lil, a young girl with her own time-bending abilities. She watches Magria from the shadows, intrigued by her potential. Narrator. Together with Franklin, Magria begins to uncover the deeper secrets of the chronometer 3000. Their bond grows stronger as they face new challenges. Narrator. With each success, Magria and Franklin become more formidable, but Lil's intentions remain unclear. Narrator. As Magria and Franklin prepare for their next challenge, they remain unaware of Lil's true motives. Narrator. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the mysteries of the sprawl and uncover the true power of the chronometer 3000. Narrator. In a tragic turn of events, Lil, with a cold and calculated demeanor, approaches Magria. Without a moment's hesitation, she strikes, ending Magria's life in a swift and brutal manner. The scene is filled with tension and shock as Magria's best friends, Zoe Carioli, Kate, Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob, and Ilif, react to the sudden and violent act. Narrator. Unable to handle the situation, they start to cry like a river. Narrator. In the aftermath, Franklin, the wise frog, becomes a beacon of hope. He sings a heartfelt song, bringing solace to the grieving heroes. Narrator. As they face the future, they carry Magria's legacy with them, determined to honor her sacrifice. Narrator. Join us next time as the heroes embark on a new adventure, united by their shared loss and strengthened by their resolve. Narrator. In the wake of Magria Alicia Sementine's tragic death, the sprawl is shrouded in a somber silence. Her friends Zoe Carioli, Kate, Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob, and Ilif gather for a funeral to honor her memory. Narrator. As they stand united in grief, a shadowy figure approaches from the distance. It's Lil, her face a mask of regret, but hidden within her jeans is a knife, a symbol of her unresolved intentions. Narrator. Accompanying Lil are two enigmatic figures, the Evil Queen and Rosalina, their presence casting an ominous pall over the ceremony. Narrator. As Lil steps forward, trying to find the words to apologize, the atmosphere grows tenser. The friends of Magria sense the danger in the air but remain rooted in their grief. Narrator. Suddenly, Magria's mother, a woman driven by a mix of sorrow and rage, lunges from the crowd, attempting to seize Lil. Her eyes burn with the desire for retribution. Narrator. Chaos erupts as the Evil Queen and Rosalina spring into action, defending Lil. The funeral turns into a battlefield, with emotions running high and alliances tested. Narrator. In this moment of turmoil, the true power of friendship and loyalty is put to the test. Will the heroes be able to overcome this new threat, or will the shadows of the past consume them? Narrator. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the mysteries of the sprawl and uncover the true power of the chronometer 3000. Fade to black, with a lingering shot of Magria's grave, symbolizing the unresolved tension and the battles yet to come. Narrator. As the chaos of the funeral subsides, a heavy silence falls over Magria's grave. The atmosphere is thick with sorrow and tension, but in the midst of this, a peculiar figure steps forward. Narrator. Frankie the Frog, with his soulful eyes and gentle demeanor, begins to sing a heartfelt song over Magria's grave. His voice, though small, carries the weight of the collective grief and hope of everyone present. Narrator. The melody weaves through the air, a tapestry of sorrow and longing. As Frankie continues his song, a strange and wondrous thing begins to happen. Narrator. The earth trembles and a soft glow emanates from the grave. Slowly, Magria's hand emerges, followed by the rest of her. She is alive, brought back by the power of Frankie's song. Narrator. Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob rushes to her side, tears streaming down his face. Without a moment's hesitation, he embraces Magria and kisses her passionately. Narrator. In that moment, all the pain and loss seem to vanish. Magria and Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob's love shines brightly, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Narrator. Their love story blossoms, culminating in a beautiful wedding ceremony. Surrounded by friends and allies, they vow to face the future together, united in love and purpose. Narrator. In the face of adversity, love prevails. Magria's resurrection and their union symbolize the enduring power of hope and the strength found in unity. Narrator. Join us next time as we continue to explore the mysteries and adventures that await our heroes. The journey is far from over, and the stakes have never been higher. Narrator. Their love grows even stronger as they welcome children into their lives. They have two beautiful kids and a loyal dog who brings joy to their home. Visual, a happy family playing with their dog in a sunny backyard. 10. 0s. 20. Zeros. Narrator. In the warmth of their home, laughter and joy fill the air. Their children, full of energy and curiosity, bring new adventures every day. The loyal dog, always by their side, adds a layer of comfort and protection to their lives. Visual, the family gathered around a picnic table, sharing a meal, the dog playfully running around. 20. 0s. 30. Zeros. Narrator. Their bond, now expanded with the joy of parenthood, strengthens with each passing day. Family dinners are filled with stories and laughter, creating memories that will last a lifetime. Visual close-up of the parents smiling at each other while their children play in the background. 30. 0s. 40. Zeros. Narrator. Through the ups and downs, their love remains a constant guiding light. The challenges they face only serve to bring them closer, their unity unbreakable. Visual. The family taking a walk in a park, holding hands with the dog happily trotting along. 40 is 0s. 50 Zeros. Narrator. Together, they explore the world, their hearts filled with wonder and love. Every moment spent together is a testament to their unyielding bond. Visual. As the sun sets, the family sits on a blanket watching the sky change colors, the dog lying contentedly beside them. 50 0s. 60 Zeros. Narrator. As the day comes to an end, they find solace in each other's presence. The love that began as a spark has now grown into a radiant flame, illuminating their path forward. Narrator, stay tuned as we continue to follow their adventure, where every moment is a new opportunity and every choice shapes their destiny. 0s. 10 Zeros. Narrator. As the newlyweds Magria and Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob bask in the joy of their union, another story of love and confusion unfolds. Enter Vanessa Williams, a woman caught in a web of her own making. Visual, Vanessa Williams looking contemplative, standing at a crossroads. 10. 0s. 20. Zeros. Narrator. Vanessa finds herself entangled in a romantic dilemma, attempting to date both Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob and Franklin the Frog. Her heart is torn, but her efforts to juggle both relationships prove challenging. Visual, Vanessa on a date with Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob, then quickly switching to a scene of her with Franklin the Frog. 20. 0s. 30. Zeros. Narrator. Despite her best efforts, Vanessa's attempts to balance her affections lead to humorous and awkward moments. Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob, now happily married, remains oblivious to her advances. Visual, Vanessa nervously juggling two phones, one with Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob, and the other with Franklin the Frog. 30 0s. 40 Zeros. Narrator. Franklin the Frog, on the other hand, recognizes Vanessa's struggle and offers his unwavering support. With a heart full of compassion, he tells her, "Yes, girl, I want you." Visual, Franklin the Frog speaking to Vanessa with a supportive expression, Vanessa looking relieved. 40 0s. 50 Zeros. Narrator. Vanessa's journey may not have led to the romantic success she envisioned, but it brought her a true friend in Franklin. In the end, she learns that sometimes love comes in unexpected forms. Visual, Vanessa and Franklin the Frog sharing a heartfelt moment, a sense of relief and friendship between them. 50 0s. 60 Zeros. Narrator. Stay tuned to see how these intertwined lives continue to evolve, as love and friendship shape their destinies in ways they never imagined. Visual, Vanessa and Franklin the Frog walking away together, the sun setting in the background symbolizing a new beginning. 0s. 10 Zeros. Narrator. In the heart of the sprawl, Magria and Ziggy Zaggy Jim Bob find themselves drawn to each other, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. Visual, a couple walking hand in hand through a beautiful park. 10 0s. 20 Zeros. Narrator. Their shared adventures and mutual respect blossom into a deep and meaningful relationship. Visual, a couple sharing a romantic moment by a lake. 20 0s. 30 Zeros. Narrator. As they navigate the challenges of their world, their love becomes a beacon of hope and strength. Visual, a couple facing challenges together, standing strong. 30 0s. 40 Zeros. Narrator. Their journey is filled with moments of joy, laughter, and unwavering support for one another. Visual, a couple laughing and enjoying each other's company in a park. 40 0s. 50 Zeros. Narrator. Together they face the future with hope and determination, ready to overcome any obstacle. Visual, a couple looking towards the future with hope. 50 0s. 60 Zeros. Narrator. Stay tuned to see how their love story unfolds in the next chapter of their journey. Visual, a couple embracing, their love shining brightly. Narrator. In the bustling kitchen, Zoe Carolee approaches Vanessa with a mischievous grin. "You need to eat it, it's good," she insists, holding out a piece of mysterious brown goo. Narrator, Vanessa hesitates, eyeing the goo suspiciously. With a sudden burst of defiance, she takes the goo and hurls it at Billy, who is caught completely off guard. Narrator, Tony rushes into the scene, alarmed by the commotion. "No!" he shouts, but it's too late. The kitchen erupts into chaos as everyone is startled by the unexpected turn of events. Narrator, the food fight begins in earnest, with Zoe Carioli, Vanessa, Billy, and Tony all joining in. Laughter and shouts fill the air as food flies in every direction. Playful music swells. Narrator, the once orderly kitchen is now a battlefield of flying food and laughter. Despite the mess, the friends are having the time of their lives. Narrator, delete. Narrator, delete. Narrator, delete. Narrator, delete.